Hi, Jeff. How are you today?
I'm okay.
You're okay? Okay, so what brings you to see me today?
Um, just lately, I guess, been feeling really stressed. Not, um, not able to kind of focus on things, and just really kind of overwhelmed. I guess, not knowing how to deal with it all.
Deal with it all. When this pertains to,
What do you mean?
well, is this work related, home related?
Mainly work, really. I mean, I guess it's really the stress of work and deadlines, trying to get things done on time, and there just never seems to be enough time in the day. There's more work to get done than there is time, basically.
Yeah, yeah, I think everybody feels that same stress too. Not diminishing what you're saying, I'm just saying. So why do you think this is taking up your time? Like what stresses are you experiencing that seems to be preoccupying you? What's the first? If I said, Jeff, what's the first thing that hits your mind when you think of work?
Just trying to get everything done. Just those there's it's not just the deadlines. So yeah, there's deadlines and things need to be done by certain times, but really it's the amount, right? It's the quantity of stuff, and just trying to get all of it done. It's difficult to stay on task and stay on a to-do list.
Stay on task. So what seems to be preoccupying your time that you can't stay on task?
Just the demands of the day. You just get into a project, the phone rings, you just get into working on something else, and an email comes through. Really, it's just distracting on the day, right? And every time that you start to do something, then something else tries to take your attention, and
Okay.
it seems to be equally important.
Okay, so can you give me an example of what could be preoccupying? Like what seems to preoccupy, well, not preoccupy, but what seems to take your mind up? What is the number one distraction that you have?
Probably emails, really. I mean, you just start working on something. I just start working on something, and an email comes in, and then I need to answer it, and then I get back to what I'm doing, and then you know another email comes in, and I got to answer that one, and then it's just kind of constant.
Now, do you have to answer those emails, or can you postpone them a little bit while you try to get some stuff done?
Well, it depends. Like, some of them are time sensitive, and some of them can kind of be postponed.
Okay,
I
but the
get.
ones that are postponed, like can be postponed, do you treat them as if they should be postponed, or do you answer them urgently?
Well, it depends. I mean, sometimes it's just quick, right? I can just answer it and be done with it, but other times I end up getting wrapped up into something that's more detailed than I expected. When I turn my attention to it.
Detailed in the email or detailed?
Well, sometimes whatever somebody's asking, then I've got to research it. I've got to look into it a little bit, find some answers for them.
But is that a time sensitive issue that you're doing, or is it just one of those things that you can pass off to another time?
Well, I guess most of the time it's probably something that I can put off, or I can leave to
Okay,
the
so then
side for a minute.
why do you feel you have to answer it right away?
Um, well, I guess it's that thought that you don't know what it is, right? When the email goes, you don't know what it is, or it could be something important, or maybe it's not really important.
So now you're stuck in a situation where you know that you have to get something done because there's a deadline involved in it, and then you've got this email that might not be urgent whatsoever, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah.
So what do you think you should do?
Well, I mean, I guess really it's kind of prioritizing.
Exactly.
And, if it's not something that's urgent, if it's something that's distracting me from my time.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else in the job that preoccupies your time?
Well, kind of the same thing, but it's like phone calls. Same thing. The phone rings. You got to answer the phone.
Yeah, you got to answer your phone calls. That goes without saying. But what about coworkers? Do they come in and interrupt you as well?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay, now these coworkers, do they have to be like? Is it earth shattering that they have to see you, or can you actually like
Most
put
of
a
the
little
time,
note on your door saying, you know?
most of the time, probably not. Most of the time, whatever it is, I guess really same as email. Most of the time, it's just something that can probably wait.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, what I'd like to see you do, okay, within the next week, because it seems that you're having an issue with time management and you're not prioritizing things that are important,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And those things that aren't important, you seem to be giving priority to, when in actuality, there's other things that take precedent.
Yeah.
So what I'd like to see you do this week or next week is like put a sign on your door. I mean, as far as coworkers are concerned, unless something's on fire, there's really nothing that they and if it is important, then they could always call you, right? And
Yeah.
then as far as emails, only read the ones that say urgent. I mean, if there's emails there that aren't urgent, then you don't have to put out fires. It's just, they're just asking something trivial that could be answered either later on in the day or later on even in the week. So what I'd like to see you do is have better time management, because I think that's what your stress is coming from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess I could communicate with my coworkers like you're saying, whether it's a sign or whether I tell them, hey guys, I'm going to be unavailable for this time period.
Perfect.
While I kind of handle the things that I need to get done. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, I think, and you know what? Next time you see me, tell me how that works. See if the stress level's gone down a little bit. But I think maybe this is something that you can look into and do. I mean, one less thing on your plate.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'll try that and let you know how I make out.
Okay, perfect. That's perfect.
Okay.
I thank you for coming by, Jeff, and I hope you have a better week.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah.